Happy Independence Day. This is Freedom 418 US. I'm your host, Kurt Wharton. We have Truth Not Church in the studio today, and I'm with Luke O'Neill, our producer from Union Street Arts. I want to welcome you on Independence Day. We have a brief message for you and appreciate you taking the time to listen, whether it's the 4th of July or whether it's one of the days hereafter. Hope you're enjoying family today and thinking about what independence and freedom means, because that's near and dear to our heart, and we want to talk with you about founding freedom today. And want to start off today reading from the preamble of the Declaration of Independence, and it says this. You normally don't hear the preamble, so I want to read it to you because there's a couple of points that it makes about our independence and our freedom that are important that I want to cover today. The unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America in Congress, July 4th, 1776, when in the course of human events it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them, a decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. That's the preamble to the Declaration of Independence. And there are a couple of phrases in there that as I was reading this today, it wasn't what I intended to read, but as I was reading it, it compelled me to some thoughts to share. The first thought I want to share is actually a scripture. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 17. And it says, "Now the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty," or there is freedom. And the one thing that I wanted to bring out about the preamble of the of the Declaration of Independence is the acknowledgement of nature's God, that there is a divine order to this world, there is a divine order universally, and there is disruption to that order as well that we have to deal with in our daily lives. And what I wanted to bring out today and talk about is the fact that in a short period of time, we're going to be electing new people to Congress. And I want to look at this phrase that's in here that says, "dissolve the political bands which have connected them with one another." And in the preamble to the Declaration, of course, it's referring to the political ties with Great Britain versus the colonies. But it struck me that in our culture today, there's a divisiveness, and it is most easily seen in political parties. And as you know, this isn't a podcast about politics, and this won't be. So don't tune me out. What we do have is a separation between common sense and us common people and what our elected representatives are doing in Congress. And whether it's local or state or national government, we need to be aware and pay attention to who we're electing. There's some things that are unique to both parties that would bring up as being of self-interest. So I don't look at either party as having any kind of special insight or representation of the people. It seems by the evidence of what is done that they are most representative or most serving of themselves. And so I think as we look at this election year that's ahead of us, to meditate on and consider that the people that we send to Congress should be representative of us. They should be representative of what is best for us and not in their political or financial best interests once they get there. And there are 2 points that I would like to bring to your mind to think about that would be evidence that a duly elected representative has your interest in mind. One would be that they would bring to the floor of their representative government legislation to seek term limits for themselves and their fellow representatives. It is not a career job, it is a representative job. And that would be one thing that would tell you that they're interested in serving you rather than themselves. So the second point that I would like for you to consider is that your representative should be willing to bring to the floor of their representative body legislation that reduces or eliminates the financial impact of special interest in donations and perks for elected officials. This legislation has perverted a lot of the legislation that has come out over the last 3 to 4 decades, and you need to be aware that it's detrimental to you whenever special interest groups, through the ability to give money, can persuade votes rather than your opinion, your values, and your beliefs and your district that you're sending those representatives from. So just a couple of thoughts to consider and to remember as the election year goes forward, that you may see or hear ads that talk about leadership. I want you to remember every time you hear the word leadership that these people are your representatives. You, America, are the leaders. You are the citizens that give them the authority to represent you, and you have the authority to take that representation away and give it to someone that's more deserving. So it doesn't make me a difference. I do have my own views of what should or should not be done, but I'm not trying to persuade you to think the way that I do. But I am trying to persuade all Americans that it's in your interest to have representatives that serve your interest rather than their own, and allow your thoughts, beliefs, values, and needs in your own district be the thing that they represent for you as you send them forward as your elected representative. So God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Be informed this election year. Look into the voting of the people that you are sending forward or considering sending forward. Look at their voting record. It will tell you a lot more about what they will do than anything that they say will tell you. So look at the records where there's a public record available, and trust that to be the type of representation you will get if you send them forward as your elected representative. It is our responsibility, and we do need to take that seriously, and we have time. We have the next 5 months to look at who we need to be sending forward, or next 4 months to look at who we need to be sending forward to represent us, and it's vitally important that we do that. Remember, the Lord is the Spirit, and where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. So God bless you. May His Spirit be upon you as you consider this. This is Freedom 418 US. I'm your host, Kurt Wharton. This is Truth Not Church. God bless you.